This video will help you to get through the dark night of the soul. I wrote something for you that I want to read, and after that, I'm going to give you practical advice on how to get through it. I'm going to get right to it. Your eyes are open. You're not even sure if you slept. Just lying there, staring at the ceiling like it's got the answers. Heart racing, mind spinning, and you're asking yourself, what the fuck just happened? How the hell am I supposed to get through this? This is Dark Night of the Soul, my friend. When you're wide awake, but you can't rest. When silence screams louder than any fight you've ever had. You try to function, you try to train, but the gym feels like a battlefield. You can't focus, can't breathe. You're fighting your own body just to push through one more rep. And somehow you still do. You push through, not because you're okay, but because you refuse to be destroyed by this. This is rock bottom, but this is also where the phoenix begins to rise. I'm Coach Goldman, your relationship and breakup coach. And I feel you. I know what it feels to be stuck like that. In the dark night of the soul, you're just in your bed and nothing makes sense. The pain, you become pain. The pain won't leave. And let me tell you also why the pain won't leave, and the pain has not left yet, just because it didn't do the job that it needed to do. There are some things that you need to understand. There are some things that you need to learn about yourself. And when you do, it will just go away. Automatically, it will go away. I promise you that. And I got my dog here with me just to give you some more relief because puppies just they're amazing. And I know he doesn't look like a puppy. He's 6 months and he's huge. Yeah. Oh no, don't eat the chair. I'm just gonna let him. I'm just gonna put him down. Let him down. Go, Baba. Oh, go, Baba. It's okay. Just a second. I'm sorry, you guys. Let's go. One, two. Oh, good boy. Okay, let's start. First things first, you wake up in shock. You're just shocked. You can't believe it. Your eyes are open, but your soul feels numb. You're not even sure if you slept or just blacked out. The pain hits immediately, and you're thinking like, what am I doing? Where's my life going? Will I ever be okay? Will I ever get out of it? And you will. You will. I want this video to be also reassurance for you that you will get out of it and you will be fine. Even though now it may seem like you will never be fine. And I can totally understand it. I can know also why you would think that. Because you're emotionally inside the shit. So it's hard to open up your eyes and think like something good will come out of it, but all good will come out of it. I promise you that. Now, racing thoughts. Your mind is spinning. What just happened? How did I end up? How did it end up like this? And you start replaying every moment. This is where you need to stop. This is where you need to start controlling your mind. I know it's going to be hard. It's going to be very hard to control your mind at these times because when we're so emotional, the mind the mind is responding to how we feel. And that's hard because when you feel so much pain, you try to make sense of it. Your mind is racing because you're trying to find some type of a solution. And you say to yourself, if I can only find a solution, my mind will be at ease. Human beings, we are wired and programmed to solve problems. This is why we like puzzles so much and that kind of shit. So your mind tries to find a solution. And you think that when you're going to find a solution or some kind of resolution, you will feel better. And actually, it have the reverse effect. When you find a solution or resolution or make sense of the situations, it makes you feel even worse because you say, why didn't I do that? Why didn't I say that? If only she said this and I did that, or he said this and I did that, we weren't in this situation now. Everything would be fine. And that's the problem. You also think that because you cannot do anything physically. You can't talk to them. You can't go back. And you know my motto, never take an ex back, no matter what. It doesn't matter if they cheated or if they just broke up with you. So it doesn't matter. You don't ever take an ex back. So because you cannot do anything, all you got left with is thought. And you say, I'm going to do everything that I can to ease my mind, and it just have the reverse effect. So the racing thoughts, this is why you're having them. And I hope that when you understand why you're having these thoughts and why you're reacting the way you do and why you're thinking the way you do, you get a little bit more realizations and give you like, all right, next time I'm going to choose differently. This is what I want for you. I want you to choose differently. I want you to think differently. But before you can choose differently, you need to think differently, and then you're going to feel differently. And this is actually how you heal. Now, the weight of silence. Everything is quiet. Way too goddamn quiet. But inside, oh, the noise. Oh, it's defining. This silence feels heavier than a scream. I feel you, my friend. You sit there in your bed and you just wish the time will pass just for you to go to sleep. You even when you wake up, you wish it was night just so you can go to sleep, to forget about everything, and hoping that by going to sleep you will wake up and the situation will be different. Like it didn't happen. And sometimes you wish that it was a nightmare and it feels like a living nightmare. But this is the reality. I know it sucks right now, but let me tell you, my friend, you're being forged. You're being forged and you're going to grow so much stronger if you do the work correctly. If you heal correctly, you will be the best version of yourself after this breakup. If you don't do the work correctly and you don't heal correctly, you will be the worst version of yourself. That's just what it is. That's the truth. And you got to do the work correctly. If it is being more than, I would say, 2 months and you're still having these dark nights of the soul, you don't do the work correctly. You don't, you just don't. And people tell me in the comments, yeah, but I've been married for 20 years. I had kids. We have this, we have that. It doesn't matter. I'm so sorry to say that. People oftentimes excuse themselves from being too mentally lazy, and they say, oh no, it took me more time to heal because of my relationship was deeper. And I tell you, because I've been coaching hundreds and thousands of you, and I know some people who had 3 months relationship, it takes them 3 years to recover because they don't do the work. So is it time? No. And sometimes people who've been 30 years married, coaching with me, after less than a month, they're like, all right, I see that. It's not the time that you've been together. You can tell to yourself, you can say to yourself however you want, this is not the truth. And it's a bitter truth because sometimes you say to yourself, am I the slowest healing person ever? It feels like it. But if you do the work incorrectly, you will heal very slowly. I'm just telling you that. If you just watch YouTube videos, you will be frustrated. You'll start gaining more knowledge and not actually acquiring wisdom, because wisdom is when you're applying the knowledge and you are active. The healing journey is not passive. You can't just say time will heal me. Time is not a healer, my friend. Time grants you and give you the opportunity to heal. What you do within this time will heal you or will destroy you. It's really up to you. Now, the dark night of the soul. You're awake, but you can't rest. Your chest feels hollow. You're alive, but not really living. And this is not a way to live. This is not even the way to heal. At the beginning, I would say, in the first maybe month, 1 month, there is dark nights of the soul. Yes. But after that, again, my friends, I just can't hammer this enough. When you do the work correctly, and what is the work? I mean, I'm talking about it all the time in my channel, but the work is, first of all, you need to understand your ex, then you understand you. But while you do it, in the meantime, you do everything for you and nothing to you. You go to the gym, you eat right, you don't drink, you don't smoke, you gain, you give yourself, you do everything in your power that gives you power and not take it away from you. This is pretty much it. Of course, there is more than that because you need to gain intellectual realizations, and then the heart start to synchronize with the mind because the heart cannot heal by itself without intellectual realization. So there is some work that you need to do. I'm helping you with all this work also in the Rise of the Phoenix, my online healing coaching program. Check the link in the description below, and you will see how it can help you heal so fast, so goddamn fast, and I would say the fastest possible. And now I'm offering it for $37. So take me up on this offer before the price will be higher. Now, post breakup gym session, you show up to train, but you can't breathe. Every rep feels like lifting grief. You're not focused, you're surviving. And let me tell you, when you go to the gym is the cure, one of the biggest cures. You don't want to do it. You know you don't want to do it. And when you train, your ex is on your mind. You lift, you see their image. But as you take on this battle, mental and physical, you're a winner. And when you start to construct this persona, when you start stacking up wins, win after win after win after win, this is how you heal. And I say it also, I want to reemphasize something. When you are progressing, when you do everything progressive, you heal. When you do things regressive, you are not. You're going back. Because in life, we're either moving forward or going backwards. There's no stagnation. So when you are in this situation, ask yourself a question before you do anything. Am I moving? Am I progressing or regressing? Is this going to progress me? My emotional state, my physical state, my mental state, everything is going to make me progress or regress. And then a beautiful answer will appear right in front of you. Go to the gym. Progressive or regressive? Progressive. Drinking. Progressive or regressive? Regressive. And when you understand that you gotta progress, then you say to yourself, I'm just going to do things that will make me progress because I understand that every regressive action set me back and I will not heal. And it can be that simple. It can be that simple. Easier said than done? Maybe. And this is why I'm here to kick you in the ass and slap you in the face if I need to, just to make sure that you get to the right place of healed and healed enough. I wouldn't say that you will heal 100%. You heal 80%. You heal 80% alone, 15% in a new relationship, and 5% you will stay fucked forever. This is what it is. Now, pushing through the pain, you push anyway, not because you're healed, but because you're quitting, because quitting isn't an option. This is you choosing to fight back. This is when I tell you, you forge a new personality. Somebody who never quits, somebody who never give up. This is why a breakup is the most beautiful, pivotal moment for you if you actually take it and use it and don't abuse it. Don't abuse it. Take this energy and alchemize this pain into beauty. Alchemize this pain into something great. Channel it to something great. It's energy. Many people take this energy and just shit on themselves. And some, like you, make something happen. The rise begins here. This is rock bottom. A breakup, it's the worst thing ever. A breakup is the worst thing ever. And you remember when I did when I pursued my psychology, I I did like a certificate, and I remember that we talked about the human hierarchy of human needs, and they didn't talk about heartbreak so much. I mean, they talk about relationships, but it was like the second or the third, if I'm not mistaken. The first was like shelter and survival. The first one is heartbreak, I would say. It's the hardest because when your heart is shattered, you don't care where you live, you don't care what you do, you don't give a fuck about anything. You just want the pain to go away. You can eat, you can function. So that would be number one. But your rise begins here. All right, in the rock bottom. This is where it also starts. Every tear, every rep, every breath is a part of your rise. If you do this right, and I'm telling you again, if you do this right, it shouldn't take long. The healing journey, when you do this correctly, it shouldn't take more than, I would say, roughly a month or 2 months. Some people will disagree with me and they will say, no, you can say whatever the fuck you want. I'm a breakup coach and I work with people. When people work me before 1 month, that's done. It's done. It is done. And more often than not, people continue working with me beyond the month because after the breakup, they're over their ex and now they're like, oh my God, I want to achieve more, do more, and be more. And I'm also a business and a life coach. I was a business and a life coach before I became a relationship and breakup coach. So I help them achieve more in their life. But we talk about the breakup maybe for like 3 weeks to a month max, and it's done. It's done. Just 100% of the time, it's done. I've never had the people that work with me more than a month on a breakup, just on a single breakup. So you can do whatever you want with this information. I'm here to serve you. And the reason that I am telling you about how I can help you is because I know that I'm the best to help you with this. And when you just sit in this pain, it pains me to think that I can do something about it, but I'm not. And the only way that I can help you is if you reach out to me, if you get my program, or if you book a call me. This is the only way that I can. I don't know who's watching. I don't know if you want to talk to me. I don't know what's your status. So I encourage you guys to talk to me. Talk to me. Even if you can't afford it and you need help and you have a specific question, email me. I'm here. I'm here to guide you and help you. Not just the money for me, and you know that. It's not just the money for me, it's more than that. I've been there where you are, and I am where I am. And I made a vow, and I said, God, I promise to serve people, to help them with their pain. So I'm here, I'm dedicated to help you. And you see, I'm showing up every day here for you. So if you need help, if you have specific questions, email me or send me a WhatsApp message. Get the Rise of the Phoenix, be a part of the program, heal correctly, go through this, make sure that you take care of yourself. And the way that I can help you to heal is when you are in close proximity with me. And I promise you, my friend, it shouldn't take long. It doesn't need to take long. Just make a decision, and I'll see you again in the next one. I love you guys.